I know people are gonna like roast me for this one because it's been very bad especially for being black, but the States, bro.
Bloody America, I knew it.
The States, bro. I love.
Listen here, I don't want to get shot by cops. I love that place. It looks amazing, but getting shot by cops.
I get it, bro. For example, you guys are a little bit ignorant as Zulu people.
Damn.
You are. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You guys don't want to learn anyone's language, and you don't want to. And that limits you from experiencing.
True, but also,
and I think that comes from, again, going back. It comes from fear.
The ANC has monopolized a lot of things. So if a new party comes in, I'm really interested to see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
They've monopolized a lot of things.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's better to stick with the devil that we know?
Ooh, wait, that's a very good question, eh?
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Sounds Good Enough. Today I'm doing something a little more different from what I've been doing. The whole like inviting people and having conversation with them is great, but I've also wanted to talk about things that I can generally relate to, some things that I can just talk about that also you guys can relate to. And yeah, man, I have Tory again. I'm sure you guys watched him in the last episode.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back, man. We're new.
Yeah, man. It's a new year.
Yeah,
it's a new year. I usually set my New Year's goals after like the second or third week
of the new year.
Yeah, of the new year, and reason being is that I think that it's more realistic.
I was about to say that, right?
Yeah, you are out of that bubble
phase.
That high phase is
just like making this unrealistic goals.
Yeah, you're back to work. You're back to talking to some of the colleagues that you don't like. You're back to paying rent. You're back to dealing with all the things that you normally would deal with. Then when you during the December holidays, like you said, you're all hyped. You're all happy.
For sure, that festive spirit.
Yeah, the festive spirit, and then you come back and we make unrealistic goals sometimes. And I've been very fortunate in since 2022. Most of my goals have been the same.
Okay.
And
that's good. That's so realistic, eh?
Yeah.
That's so real. Because now I feel like everyone is always making this. No, I wanna do this. It's always a different thing every year, and 9 times out of 10 they never achieve those.
It never happens
because it's so far fetched.
Yeah.
But you keep changing, and just like, what's the whole point? What are you doing?
Yeah. So for me, what I do mainly I have the same goals. I have the same goals for different things, right? Okay. I have the same goals for my finance, right? Like, okay, cool. I wanna get an extra 5, an extra 10 from work or from my side hustles or whatever, right? Uh-huh. From that, and then with myself, obviously that being my body, that being my surrounding spaces. If, for example, when I was last year, when I moved this side in March, my plan was that I want a space that will promote a sense of community. Like I want to go to a place where that is also safe as well. Uh-huh. And I can also meet new people, which last year this space was for me. I met a lot of guys, mainly from the gym, and also nice thing. And also the nice thing about here is that we have different events. Like we have activities.
Oh yeah.
Right? There's stuff like, I haven't been to most of them, but that's on me. But there's like things like hiking. They do hiking sometimes. Damn. Yeah, they do these like game quizzes. I think there's one this coming weekend. If I'm not wrong, I'm definitely gonna go to that one. The first time when I came here, there was karaoke. So like there's always like things.
It's an active community.
It's really active. So that's the nice thing that I liked about this place. And then obviously my body. I think the more I grow now, the main thing that I'm very concerned about, I want my body to look great, obviously, but the main thing is health. Like I want to be able to pick up something and not feel like something is cracking my body. I want to be able to move more and be able to. I don't want to be a 40-year-old that feels like they can't run like they used to run. You know,
It's like basically like getting arthritis now.
Yeah, I don't want,
because your body's not used to this heavy load, all that.
Yeah, so for me,
Word.
with the gym stuff now, it's mainly about health. Then, if I have enough time to invest, where I go even harder in the gym and I sculpt out my body more. And I mean, now I got a little belly kind of from the December holiday. I'm gonna get rid of it by running and doing all those things. Yeah, but it's not a big deal for me because I can run. I can still lift. I can still that's my goal.
You can still tie your shoes.
I can still tie my shoes. I can still rock.
Yeah.
The thing is so
Big now they can't. You know.
Yeah. So that's my and then obviously with the podcast, with the channel, it's just to grow. Like if I get I checked it again. When was it? It was yesterday. I think I was sitting on 340 something, and now I'm sitting on like 355. If I'm not wrong.
That's growth.
It's growth.
It's growth. Yeah.
A little growth. So every single year is that. So those are always my and to learn. That's the one thing that I also do when I learn. So another thing that I recently added, which is brand new, is I want to meet more people. Obviously, because of the podcast, it helps me to meet more people.
True. A very good way.
In a good way. But I also want to go out more. I started doing it last year around November, end of November to December. I went out quite a lot. To party, but also to interact with people and manage as well to meet a couple of people to also in the space that I'm in. It's a nice thing. So also just for the last few years, I haven't been doing that because I've always felt like I don't have anyone to actually do that with because it's the only friend that I have here. The guys are dead now, so
damn, it's getting up there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's sometimes it's hard for us to just meet up and just do things.
Kids.
He's no longer in the same pocket as I am.
And that's fair. That's okay.
And that's okay. I'm not saying don't do that, guys. I have kids, guys. I have families. But obviously, I can't go out with them and see girls and be like, yo, let's go.
Let's go. Girls. I have a family. I have a wife now.
You can't do that. And obviously,
you can't be that guy.
I'll be a bad friend.
Influence,
influence him because even with his wife, she's kind of like a friend of mine. So it'll be nah.
It's very sus now.
Yeah, it's sus. But yeah, I started going out more alone as well. And yeah, that's been a nice experience. And how's for you? What are your 2024 goals? And
that's crazy, right? Because with me, I'm just gonna keep it a bug, right? I normally don't set 22. I don't have New Year resolutions. Most of the time, I don't. I don't want to say I go with the flow because I feel like there's no direction there. I decide on the spot, right? I don't have set goals. Obviously, there's the common ones like, okay, I'm trying to grow as a person, obviously further my career, all of that. But most of them, they come as I go, throughout the year. So say now it's January, my birthday is in a week from now on. Maybe on my birthday, I'm okay, fine.
Are you a Jan babe as well?
Bro.
Oh, that's crazy. Same, yeah.
Now,
when is your birthday?
26th.
26th. So 4 days before mine. Oh, yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'm turning 24 this year. Actually, that's what most of them that's where I actually get to think. Okay, what do I want to do with my life now? What's next? I don't look at it as resolutions because I feel like it's kind of unrealistic because you might not complete it for me at least. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm 24 now. What's next? Okay, obviously I can't do this and this. Okay, now I think I need to start sorting out certain areas. Maybe now I need to focus more on my career. I'm not in uni anymore. I'm not 20 or 21 anymore. I need to focus on certain things now. All the decisions I make are going to impact me big time going forward now. And a lot of people don't think about that. And I have to think about, okay, now I'm still 24. Okay, I still got the energy. And the energy that I have now, I'm not going to have it when I'm 30.
No.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So you got to max it out straight. Yeah. So now, obviously now...
Sorry to stop you there, but my brother always tells me this, that while you're still young, you must You must exercise that, the fact that you're young, and just do things. This is the time to actually do. If you wanna be the best programmer, this is the time to actually push it down.
For sure.
As you go with your life, there's more responsibility that comes with. If you're gonna have kids at some point, that comes with its own set of responsibilities. If you're gonna, things keep on piling up. So when you're still young and still able to stay up late, if you could still go to the gym, if you can still do it.
All these things.
While you're still young, because there's going to be a time when some of these stuff that we do is no longer be possible.
Feasible, yeah. But now, here's a very controversial question, right? We have all this energy, we're still young, we're still under 30, you can do all these crazy things. Now, where do you draw the line in saying, this is worth it, this is worth exploring, this is totally a waste of time? Because now, the misconception I think most of us have is, okay, no, I'm young and free, I can pretty much do anything. I really think it's not everything.
Not
where do you draw the line?
Everything, yes. Not everything. Obviously, you draw the line on things that are going to harm your life, Drugs, I mean, you can't, you can't just be saying like, oh, I'm still young.
Let me taste this.
Let me taste that.
Taste that white dust.
Yeah. So, especially if you're like someone who knows themselves, if you like, maybe you have an addictive personality, that can become very tricky. To be like, let me just do whatever.
Because I think we're better from that.
I feel like if it's something that it's not gonna destroy your life, and it's something that is not everything is gonna be an investment. Some of the stuff is just gonna be things that you experience. Like they're not gonna. There's no lesson to it. You just.
Did you really think there's things where there's like? There's no lesson out of it.
There's no lesson.
It's just an NPC in the story.
It's just, it just happens.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You have, I don't know where to actually draw the line, if I'm being honest. It's a
very
thin line, because obviously you can do things that can waste your time as well. And then you can ruin your life by not having built your own career or whatever it is, because you were, I'm so young, I want to party every weekend. So I think what I'm trying to get to is that whatever it is that you do at this age, you must do it to the max. If it is a project at work, you must do it to the max.
Okay.
Like, sacrifice your time, don't go out those weekends, 2 a month or whatever, and finish it. But as soon as you're done with that, if you have time, and if your boys say like, hey, guy, let's go to Durban, let's book, go have fun.
So basically, in a nutshell, work hard, play hard too.
Yeah.
Good balance.
Work hard, and play hard as well.
Okay.
There must be a balance. I think this is the time to actually have that balance.
Yeah, because it's very scary, man.
Like I said, it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna get old. Obviously, as you get older, you're not gonna play harder as you used to.
True.
You go out, maybe let's say you drink. You're gonna drink on the Friday, and maybe the Saturday, but we're gonna be so sick on the Sunday as you grow up.
True.
It's not gonna be the same. It's not like your recovery rate is gonna change. Your metabolism, all of those things, they start changing. So when you're younger, play hard.
Drawbacks, basically.
Yeah, there's gonna be drawbacks when you're older. But when you're still younger, your body is still like, okay, cool. We're drinking for the third time.
I can handle it.
It's nice what it is. Like for example, with me, I mean, for my birthday, I've spent ever since I started working, actually, besides 2020, because obviously it was lockdown and
lockdown. There was barely anything you could do there.
There was barely anything. 2020 and 2021, because that was still like locked down a bit. But from 2022, 2023, and even this year, I've spent most of my birthdays in Cape Town. I go to Cape Town. I make it a thing. Like
you're really going big, eh?
I go to Cape Town. Yeah,
treating yourself.
Yeah.
Like the king that you wanna be seen as.
You gotta be, bro.
Charity starts at home, right?
You gotta be.
So you can't say you expect people to treat you like you don't even do that for yourself.
You don't even do it for yourself.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
You got to, bro. Like you got, especially for us Gen babies, bro.
Oh.
You know all the excuses you get in January.
I know there's
bro.
no money. Now with me, it's like, no, my birthday's on the 26th. I know for sure you got paid yesterday, so make a plan, bruv.
No, but I mean the consensus, the thing they always tell you is
Still
that
recovering from December.
December. So I don't know. Yeah, I go to Cape Town. I go have fun. And it was the last year when we went. Not last year. Sorry, last year when we went with my friends. We partied.
Crazy.
Like crazy. We partied, like one of us was even blacked out, and we partied, like we really partied.
That's crazy.
But this year,
man.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm gonna.
But at least you get the chance to say, I did it.
I did.
Now
it.
I know.
Yes.
Nah, not this year.
This year, I think the only day that I'm actually gonna go out is on my birthday. But even with that, I'm going to like a restaurant that's vibey.
Oh,
I'm not going to like a club or
anything too crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fair.
It's different now. Like I don't want it. I want to chill. Like I want to actually enjoy and see things. I want to go and I'd rather spend my time to experience new things. Right?
True.
Rather than the party. I can always do that. So those are things that don't interest me as much anymore.
Also, you gotta have like a variety. You don't do the same things all the time.
Yeah, you gotta have a variety and all those things. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
You know, that's where I'm at right now with my life. And I don't know, in the next few years also, another thing I want to do more now is to travel. So this year, this is my last birthday that I'm going to spend in Cape Town.
After that, you try in other places.
I'll go to Eastern Cape. I'll go to another country. I'll go abroad or whatever. It is. I'm not gonna do this. This is like my last time I'm gonna go to Cape Town, and unless if I have business there or whatever. But
business. How about that?
Other than that, I'm not doing Cape anymore. But yeah, how are you spending your birthday? Did I inspire something?
No, it's very intriguing how always people saying how they spend their birthdays. Because with mine, again, it's just like I'm a Jan baby, right? So even like in high school, even in uni, since that happened before we went to school, we never really got to celebrate it. They always say, no, when you come back, gang. But that never happens, Chief. And obviously I can't force people like, guys, you said you're going to do my birthday. You can't. Like, it has to come from them.
Why don't you go where they are? I think, man, that also might make it simple. And especially if you're the only one here, it makes it much easier.
I think now is something that I could definitely look into. Just to take initiative of my, because I was like surprised. I'm like, dang, they're going to Cape Town and everything. And I'm just saying, buy myself cake and saying, hey, I'm glad I'm 74 now. Thank you, Lord. There is, and kind of feel like
crazy part about this is that I haven't had cake on my birthday.
I always make sure I get cake. It's not a birthday with no cake.
Since 2020. Because obviously I'm doing other things.
Bro. Cake is tradition.
My head is spinning on that day. I'm not thinking about cake.
I have to get cake. Even when I'm alone, I'm not going to eat it. Like, I guess it goes back even like when we went home. My mom will always make sure she gets his cake. Like, we didn't have the biggest birthdays growing up. But if there's one thing, my mom made sure, cake.
Yeah.
Even if it's a cheap one, there's cake. They sing for you, blow candles. So I grew up with that tradition. So it's like, that's one thing I always do. But now, I'm hearing what you're saying. I was like, dang, I feel like I'm living like below my means now.
No. There's nothing wrong. I'm actually, this year, the reason why I mention it is because since 2020, this is going to be the first time that I will actually be buying myself. I'm not going to buy myself like a big ass cake. Maybe I'll buy myself like a pricey one slice of cake. Just to happy birthday to myself. True. And keep it moving, Have you ever had like the thought of switching countries, especially like how things are going in this world? Like, have you ever?
I have, like, especially like with my career, it's very much obvious that opportunities are like abroad, like big opportunities. Silicon Valley, obviously, as I even trying to go in tech.
Yeah.
You know, I have thought about that, but now my thoughts are kind of clouded because moving here to Joburg. By the way, it's the first time I'm leaving KZN, coming to Joburg.
No, KZN people, that's how it is with you guys. I never.
For 21 years. I only came here when I was 22. So coming here was a very, very big step for me because I knew no one, no family. I'm the family member here now, you know. So being here, especially like on holidays and those long weekends and not knowing a lot of people, just made me realize, damn, family is really important.
It is, yeah.
And honestly, you know, when I go overseas, I'm just thinking to myself, how is it like when you actually can't even go home? Because at least now I could just say, if I have an extra 1K, I can just go home, just like that. If you're overseas, you have to add an extra 40 bands just to go home.
Yeah.
Can you do it like that? You know, but at the same time, I'm not saying I don't want to go because of that. I'm just saying it's something that it's on the back of my mind now. You know, that if I can get a remote job at an overseas company, I'll take it. But now if an opportunity comes overseas, I might go. I mean, I'm still young. I can explore that, you know?
My thing with me is that I want to do it, definitely. I want to do it. As soon as an opportunity opens itself out, I'm going to do it. I think I have the exact same sentiment as you when it comes to family because so during December, especially from between Christmas and New Year's, maybe like a few days after that, I do not go anywhere and I don't want to spend it with anyone besides my family.
You see.
Like me and my family, we have fun. Like I look at people like going to the club and all of that.
I never understand the concept.
I don't understand.
It's festive season, bro.
Yeah,
I never understand the concept.
But I get it. Some people don't have the best of families and some just don't like their families. It is what it is. But for me, like this year, for example, we, on the 31st, we danced from maybe like 6 p.m. until like 5 in the morning. We just saw the sun coming up because we were just so like happy. And
vibey like that.
Us, right? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't go to the club and have this much fun, like ever.
And best parts, I'm doing with my family.
And I'm with my family. And as soon as because in fact, I even did that. I was like, as soon as I got tired, I was like, you know what, these guys are not going to sleep. I'm going to just go to bed and disappear. Yeah. And that's the nice thing about it, right? You're home. Because I'm at home, I'm safe. If I maybe get way too sloshed, I know I'm safe. I'm not
down in that couch, it's fine.
Yeah, my phone is somewhere in the house. I don't even know where it is, but it's there.
Word.
So I kind of got like a little bit emotional as well about that. Okay, I actually definitely want to leave the country, but am I going to be able to go for a very long time? But my plan is obviously I want to be able to come back at least once a year. So if I'm coming back, maybe do the exact same thing that we've been doing for years, Christmas time, come back for that 1-2 weeks. And then head back. It's going to be tricky now if, let's say, maybe I go to another country and I have kids there. Because now, like, okay, you have
transport
everyone, 2 kids and a wife, the 4 of you. That's like maybe 100 to 150 bands, you know, just to come back. So that's going to get tricky. But obviously, I have to be very smart about that, in that the fact that I need to obviously have kids knowing that in the household,
you're that financial
level. We're good. Yeah,
we're
not just having kids and we're not good to be able to travel and still come back to the side or whatever, right? So that's a goal.
Do you have like any specific countries that you like thinking of, like hypothetically, of course?
I know people are gonna like roast me for this one because it's been very bad especially for being black, but. The States, bro.
Bloody America. I knew it.
The States, bro. I love...
Listen, I don't want to get shot by cops. I love that place. It looks amazing, but getting shot by cops.
I get it, bro. I get it, but I don't want to live off fear.
True.
You know what I mean? There's people who live in that country who have made it, some of them have never even had any, like, racial discrimination. True. It's the same as someone who stays in Cape Town. This gang people will tell you that I've had like people being racist to us, and some are like, no, I've never.
You want the American dream?
Yeah, Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Listen, they do say it's a land of opportunities, so why not?
Here's my thought around it.
Dollar is king, right?
This might sound crazy again, but I believe that if you can make it in Jersey, you can make it anywhere in Africa.
They say Joseph for making money, nothing else.
And if you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere in the world. That's what I
have opportunities, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Right.
You know?
I never thought of it like that, huh?
I don't, yeah. So it's just something that I've been thinking about. There. But if the opportunity avails itself, I'm out.
Gone.
Guys. Yeah.
It's the taxes there. There's so much taxes, bro. I don't know, it's crazy.
I get it, bro. Like it's
the IRS is
like
wild.
Things are different that side. Even you see like how when we purchase things, tax is already calculated. There you have to add a percentage.
They tell okay, there's $1 tax or 80 cents. Like, why don't you put it at the price when I'm buying the thing?
Yeah. So, but just those experience, bro. Like I wanna experience. I wanna go. You know, the one person that inspired me to really wanna go out and travel is Trevor Noah, bro.
Yeah, that guy is well traveled.
Yeah,
well traveled, like really cultured.
It makes. Just interact with the people here in South Africa, like maybe like my barbers, like the way that they speak. I've realized that South Africa is such a very small pocket that sometimes you might feel like this is how things are on the everywhere. As much as we're not, especially like I don't know, maybe for me, and because I'm not, but there are people who are ignorant. But for me, I've never. Give me a second. Let me check. I don't know if it's still recording. It's now it's stopped.
Oh, it stopped counting?
Yeah. Okay, it's okay. It's fine. Just do it.
Thanks to editing.
Nah, just leave it as is. That's the beauty of a podcast. You don't have to.
It doesn't have to be perfect all the time.
It doesn't have to be perfect all the time.
If things happen, shit happens, bro. Gotta fix it on the line.
Yeah.
You know?
So, what was I saying?
No, you're just still telling me that because now most people spend almost their entire lives in ANC. They think that that's all there is.
That's how the world
everywhere
is. That's why, but that's not how things are. Things are done differently, and I wanna have those experiences. Man, I want stories to tell. I want to say that I've well traveled. I've experienced everything.
Traveling is expensive, though, eh?
It is, but not really. Not really. If you think about it.
Or maybe I'm saying that because it's always been something that has always seemed far-fetched. Because like you grew up with nothing, it's like, that's a luxury for X, Y, and Z.
If you go to, I'm telling you, go to America now, they're like, what's that?
Like, how much is money?
It's not really.
Cape Town, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this nigga went to Cape Town. How much did he spend? Because I don't know.
And it's not even.
And I've heard people saying the standard of living in Cape Town is a bit different compared to how it is there. So I'm like, how much is that? Can I afford it? Yeah. But sometimes I realize that some things actually not as expensive. You just actually have to give it a try.
Give it a try, yes. Give it a try. Give it a try and see, save up, maybe make sacrifices there and there. Because I always say that either way, you're going to spend money. Whether you are someone who goes out on parties and spend a bunch of money on like Hennessy's and all these things, spend like a lot of money, you are gonna spend money. Whether you are someone who likes games and buy all these like new games that come out.
So it's not always gonna be one thing for everyone, but one way or the other, all of us, you wanna spend on something that you like.
It doesn't matter where you're gonna spend money.
Okay.
And we are fortunate enough to have jobs.
True.
So if you have,
why not?
You have if you can save a few cash there and there.
And also like,
why not?
That's what you were saying, this thing of what we were talking about earlier on, like you don't have to wait for people to do things, because I've always been like that. I'm like, I want to do this, but I don't want to do it alone. Is it really going to be as memorable if I do it alone? Or now I've gotten to this, I don't want to say unrealistic, but you know how it always is in movies? Road trip, friends, pictures, they're having fun. It's like, are you really going to get that same experience if you're alone?
It's going to be different, that's for sure.
But
it different in also a good way, because especially if you're open-minded. Like I said, with me last year, what I started doing was I started going out alone, and then I'd also meet people there, and some were great vibe. Some of them I still talk to them till this day, and obviously it won't be the same with like your friends that you've known for a very long time, because you guys have a certain level of bond and trust that you can't just create from out of nowhere.
True.
You
Yeah.
can't, it's
Already
things
there's that foundation that you can't replicate with anyone.
Yeah, some of it took years for you to be there with that person.
Sure.
But it shouldn't stop you from going far.
Sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't stop you. I think if you keep an open mind and obviously don't be dumb, know that, obviously just because you're alone, you're more susceptible to like danger.
A lot of things, you see what I'm saying?
Advantage of you. But don't be closed-minded. Don't live off fear. That's the one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to live off fear.
It's going to block a lot of things.
Yeah,
without even realizing.
They live off fear. They're scared. They're scared to go. Some people have never even left their hometown. Forget about
I've heard of those.
Never
I think it's
left
crazy.
your hometown.
Where they go to school here, they end up here. I was like, I think that's the wildest one.
I was actually the last episode 15 I did with this other girl.
On 15,
She was,
hey, big ups to that. Big ups to that. On 15 already. Hey, let's not shy away from that. That's something. You just started this, man.
Yeah.
You just started.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Sure.
So I was talking to her, and she was telling me how, she was talking about the big city. She stays in, what's that? The East Rand.
That's
East
right.
Rand is still in Gauteng, right? But the way she was talking, it made me realize that people, they stay here in Gauteng,
but their homes are
some
different.
of them have never even been to like Sentin area. They've never been to like
I'm not even lying to you.
Jozi.
I was also surprised with that. I was like, what? And I come here from KZN. I'm exploring all these places one by one. I'm like, okay, I want to see what's going on here. And I think that's the craziest one. I've seen that. I've had that experience also. I'm like, but you live here. How do you not know this? And some of the places are like their neighbors. I'm like, how do you not know this?
It's like 30 minutes away, but some people genuinely have never left.
Yo,
They grow
especially
up
like the
there,
iconic
kids,
places. You've not been to Santon. How do you... Dog, I came here yesterday. I literally just arrived here in Jozi, and I've been to all those places. You've been here your whole life. And now, it's something that you can't afford. You working. Why haven't you? Like, make sense. I don't understand.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to it, but for me, I think it always boils down to fear. You're afraid of things that you don't really know. You're comfortable where you are.
No. Too much comfort stops growth, right?
Yeah, you're comfortable where you are, so it's like, why am I even going to, like, what am I doing?
There's this famous saying that goes, your thinking capabilities are heavily capped by your surroundings. So if you grew up in, let's say, Boksburg, so like Israel, and you grew up in Boksburg and you've been there your whole life, the way you think is gonna be Boksburg, like there's nothing else. You're not going to be thinking big building sentence, nothing. You're not going to be thinking about other things because that's all you see. You see this one bro, he went to uni, he came back here, bought a polo, he stays, he built a back room at his house. That's it. He got kids. And that's where you're going to end up without even realizing. Because you're not like expanding your horizons,
I'm actually grateful that I'm Tsonga. Right? And I'm going to tell you why I say so. With us, for one, we know a lot of languages.
Wow.
And when you know a lot of languages, it comes with also knowing the cultural experience, right?
Okay. Like, different cultural differences, basically.
Different cultural differences, because obviously there are certain things that you cannot say to me in English that will hit the same as the way you'd say it in your language.
Okay. Fair. I get what you're saying.
So I think also... And I'm not saying this is how every Tsonga person is, but I think because of that, because of, growing up as Tsonga, we are the majority, but we're not like people that are taken that serious. You know what I mean? Like when you go to oh no, not in a bad way, not in a bad way, but obviously we have our own, how can I say, it's for a very long time, it's always, Zulu people, Xhosa.
Hey, look, we run the country. We Zulu people, it's our country, our Sam. Let me just say that.
Nah, you don't.
No, not like that. But like Zulu people are everywhere. That's the thing. And it's one of the. I think
that's the thing that you guys think.
But it's not. Isn't the KZN the biggest province in SA? Isn't the biggest one?
No, it's not.
But like the Zulu people everywhere. What's the thing?
It's the biggest province in SA is Northern Cape.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it's like gangland there. There's like more land than
habitated
areas.
But my point is, you might think so that the Zulu people are everywhere, but for a very long time, I think now it's more common if you're Tsonga, like you're more proud of it, because back then in the days it was like seen as if you're Zulu, you're supposed to be more proud, because obviously Zulu people were the ones doing more things and what. But like now, there's a lot of people that
and the Zulu history is more dominant in the media, like over the other tribes,
because of how things were set up. Like as it was coming up, right? Like the songs were dominantly Zulu, the radio was Zulu songs, the TV shows were. But obviously now you get people like Shoma Josie that she came out and she rocked this.
Bro, Shoma Josie rocked. That's one diverse person, bro. How many languages can she speak?
That's been Tsonga. That's what I'm actually getting into.
Shoma Josie is more traveled and well cultured.
That's what I'm getting into. If Shoma Josie had not specified that she's Tsonga, you guys would probably think she's like from outside or Zulu. Or, yeah. Hence, I'm saying sometimes you guys.
She basically put you guys on the map in a way.
So most of the time, especially people when they come this side, instead of speaking their language, they will speak the language of their people. But if they were a Zulu person, they'll speak Zulu. So think, Musa is Zulu.
Okay.
But I'm with a Sutu person, I'll speak Sutu. Like, you think the Musa is Sutu? Okay. But I'm not, because obviously we know, for example, you guys are a little bit ignorant as Zulu people.
Damn.
You are. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You guys don't want to learn anyone's language, and you don't want to. And that limits you from experiencing.
True. But also,
and I think that comes from, again, going back, it comes from fear. Because you do not know what's going to happen now if I go and stay in Lesotho.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather stay with my Zulu people in KZN.
There's areas that I know that I wouldn't go stay there. Like, I wouldn't go stay in Limpopo. Like, I wouldn't. You see? I don't know Pedi like that.
You see?
I'll be at a disadvantage, 100%.
It's from fear. And I think that's why I say for me, maybe because I've grown up in that, being able to adapt easily. Like if I go to KZN, I can easily like adapt to KZN. If I come here to Josie, I can easily, if I were to if I had went to Valstad, went to Lesotho, Valcity, I would have adapted to them.
True.
Because that's what we've always been doing as Tsonga people.
Adapting, okay.
Yeah.
Because you guys have always been like the minority in a way.
Because we've been the minority. So that's what we do. And I think that opens up your mind to different things, to different experiences. That's why. So for me, the difference is it has now become an interest. I'm interested in now wanting to learn other people.
I'm also like,
cultures. I want to learn different flavors, foods, and food. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, it's interesting you say that, right? With me also, when I first came here in 2022, I was like, okay, damn. And Joburg here, by default, most people speak more than 2 languages here. It's English, their home language is a third one. 3 minimum, most of the time. Yeah. 3. So obviously, okay, I know it's very like controversial that KZN people like they don't want to learn other languages. Okay, but I'm in Joburg now. I can't be all KZN now. Because in KZN, I can care. It's only Zulu, dog. We don't care. You Tswana, chief, we don't care. You learn it by force. I know people who came to KZN who went to uni with who only spoke Tswana. By the time they graduate fluent in Zulu, we don't care. But also when I came here, I realized, damn, I'm really at a disadvantage because there's people who don't really understand Zulu like that. They know it, they know how to say hi, but now obviously I can't speak Zulu. And some, unfortunately, they can't even articulate themselves properly in English.
Yeah.
You know, it's a thing. And it's okay too, you know, because it's not our home language. It's a thing too. So now I'm kind of caught up in a space where, what do I do? I'm the one here this is not my home turf. I have to adapt to what they say.
Yeah.
You know, so I started learning Betty. It's hard. I'll tell you that. But I'm picking it up. Just that, you know, it's a matter of.
I mean, you don't have to be fluent. I'm not fluent in any of these languages.
Right? You can pick up the.
I can hear, but I could never just sit in a room and people are just speaking and I don't know what they're saying. That could never happen.
Okay, you pick up.
I can pick it up. I might not be able to have a full-on conversation with you, but I can pick it up.
Word.
Okay, so let's just try to push. This episode we have so much to cover, but I don't think we're gonna finish all these topics. Yeah. So actually, when I talk about one thing that I'm not doing, it might be a bit controversial, but I'm not voting.
I don't know how I feel about politics, eh?
Yeah, I'm not voting, and I know it's kind of ignorant to say like, oh, you guys, the younger generation, you guys don't want to vote.
With me, I had this conversation with this. I had this conversation with someone a few days ago, talking about voting, and then they're asking you should vote. They're telling me you should vote. I'm like, what for? Mm-hmm. I'm like, but what do you mean for change? I'm like, first of all, I don't understand politics because based on what I've seen, it's like everyone acts differently when they're still campaigning to get in power. And by the time they get in power, they don't do that. And now, at the state that the country is on, I feel like there's way too much damage. Where are they even going to start? Right? Because now things like the ANC has monopolized a lot of things. So if a new party comes in, I'm really interested to see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
They've monopolized a lot of things.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's better to stick with the devil that we know?
Ooh, hey, that's a very good question, eh?
Yeah. Because I get it. People are saying this and that about EFF and what they've been doing, but we don't really know that. True. That's what they're gonna.
I think since we've been with the same devil for the longest time, it wouldn't hurt to gamble just once.
And you know, it's crazy. Like, a lot of people don't want to say this, but that's most people's thoughts right now.
Word. They want to take the gamble. Or they want to stick to what we know. They want to stick
to what we know. Because let's be honest, who's actually really offering like a good solution? The DA isn't.
No,
the EFF is.
And all the time, every time when they actually do something good, it's for a minority.
Yes.
And that's when they're trying to get their votes up, and after that they stop. Or they only do it for that small area. Like I've heard, like DA has specific areas where everyone loves them. They always come in there, but what about the rest of the country? You know?
Yeah.
And as I said, the party that's been leading for so many years has monopolized a lot of things. You know? So if a new party comes in, it's going to be twice as hard.
I mean, Cyril was kind of threatening people now, saying like if they lose, then people are losing their grants and people are not willing.
You see now,
you
see now that the stakes are too high.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I'm not voting, because to be honest, I don't know what to vote for. And I get people are saying that vote for any so that they lose. Okay, lose and then what?
And is it like it's really one vote's gonna make a difference?
Yeah.
I don't know, Shame. I also don't know, because I said my disclaimer. The reason I say this is because I don't understand politics.
Yeah.
From every angle I've viewed it all plays out the same in the end. So what are we doing? Like, it's like we doing the same thing and expecting a different results. Like, I just don't get it. I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah. No, but you guys let us know if you are voting. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying for me personally, like, I don't know which party, because I don't stand with any of the things that these guys are saying. I've seen what EFF was doing last year with those strikes, and that's fine, but I don't know. For me, all I'm saying is if you have provinces that you're running and you can't really do much change in those, and your reason why we can't make any changes because we're not the ruling party in the
excuses.
That's excuses.
You do get funding.
You do get funding. Start with whatever. If you can show me that this is my young little project, we were able to do it. If we had a bigger budget, we can expand. Then I was gonna go away.
That was gonna start big.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see any. But you guys can vote. But I'm just saying, yeah. And it's not because I'm leaving the country, guys. That's not because of that. Yeah. Hey guys, I hope you're still enjoying the episode. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and do all the good YouTube stuff. But without wasting any time, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, thanks for this thing turned out. Don't tell me it turned out. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I think we got the important stuff.
Yeah, we did. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys.
I think we got the important stuff on the thing.
Yeah.